Well, it appears that the Democrat civil war is escalating as apparently David Hogg, the vice chair of the DNC, just said that more than a dozen Democratic incumbents could be primaried out. Yeah, this is coming right from David Hogg. He's not some random person off the street. No, no. This is David Hogg. He is one of the vice chairs at the DNC, so he has power, he has influence, and a couple weeks ago, he announced to the whole world that his organization, not the DNC itself, but his group, was prepared to spend over $20 million, not against the GOP. No, no, that would make too much sense. They're going to spend $20 million primarying out a bunch of incumbents. Now, on paper, this doesn't seem that crazy. After all, both parties primary out really bad incumbents. But we're talking about the Democrat Party of 2025. Can anyone name a single real moderate Democrat? I'm not talking about, a Democrat that votes with Republicans on one or two issues. No, I'm talking about somebody like an actual moderate, like the Democrat version of Susan Collins or Lisa Murkowski. You can't name a single person in the House or the Senate that's even remotely moderate. Yes, you have some Democrats like Jared Golden who are okay on like guns and trade, but outside of that, they're partisan Dem on everything else. Yet the Democrat Party, they're so insane that despite having basically every single Democrat in the House and the Senate vote party line on everything, it's not enough. And now they want to primary out a bunch of Democrats for no reason other than they actually believe that these are pro-Trump Democrats. They're going to work with Trump. We got to stop them. We need real progressives. Even though these Democrats they're targeting, they're partisan hacks. Every single one of them are partisan hacks. DNC Vice Chair David Hogg said his organization, Leaders We Deserve, will focus on challenging more than a dozen Democratic incumbents in the next election cycle. And like I said, they're going to spend $20 million. Currently, we're looking at over 12 districts, but there's a lot of nuance that comes with that number because there's going to be people who retire, Hogg told the news station. So, in other words, it may not just be 12 districts. No, it could be like 20 or 30. If we force a bunch of these people out, we're going to target other districts. Now, David Hogg does claim that, we're not talking about competitive races. No, we're talking about safe districts. Which, even then, that's just stupid. I mean, why spend $20 million on these primaries? I mean, did these people not see what happened in 2022? In 2022, Republicans did the same thing. But back then, at least, you could argue the Republicans we targeted, they sucked. People like Liz Cheney, thank God they're gone. You know, those Republicans we got rid of in 22, a good chunk of them, they were awful, right? But at the same time, some of those primaries, they hurt us in 22, all right? That's a fact. That's a reason why Republicans did not get as big of a majority as we thought. These primaries were brutal. We spent all this money. And the Democrats, meanwhile, they didn't have primaries. But now it's looking like the complete opposite is occurring. The Republicans are not going to have any real primaries. They might have one or two here and there, but not like in 22 where half their races ended up being down-the-wire primaries where he spent $30 million. No. But the Democrat Party, meanwhile, they're for sure going to spend tens of millions of dollars on these primaries and safe Democrat seats. And I guarantee you, David Hogg is full of crap when he says, these are only for safe districts. No, that is bullshit. You know why? Because David Hogg in 2024, he wanted Mary Peltola in Alaska to lose. You know, the one Democrat that could actually win? Yeah, he wanted her to lose, which she did. And he really thought the reason that she lost was because she was too pro-gun. In Alaska. Yeah, in like an R+15 state. That's who David Hogg is. He's a dumbass, he has no clue what he's talking about, and he really believed that Democrats lost in 2024 because of stuff like guns. So, when Hogg says his group is only going to target safe Democrat seats, I call bullcrap. I call bull. They're going to try to target some of these Democrat seats in more 50-50 areas. They may not target every single Democrat, but already there's some Democrats out there pushing for Jared Golden. They could primary it out. The only Democrat that could win Maine second, they want him gone up there for no reason. These people are nuts. And that's the problem. They're going to say it's only 12 districts, but in reality, they're going to have primary challengers across the board because these Democrats are not progressive enough. We need to be more progressive, even though they're all partisan hacks. And it does seem like the DNC is starting to get sick of him, all right? I mean, the DNC is filled with idiots, and these people are delusional, but even the DNC chair, Ken Martin, is telling everybody to remain neutral. Remain neutral in primaries, don't get involved. No DNC officer should ever attempt to influence the outcome of a primary election, Martin told reporters on a press call earlier this month. And, well, it doesn't seem like David Hogg and others, they don't care. They're saying, well, we gotta do this for democracy, all right? We gotta save democracy. Trump is destroying the economy. He's kidnapping people. That's why we have to push these Democrats out of here. Even though they're all voting against him on everything. It's not enough for David Hogg, which is just crazy. But it really does seem like David Hogg might be gone. Which, that would be a sad day for the right, because David Hogg has been such a great addition to the Democrat Party for Republicans, because anytime this guy speaks, everyone makes fun of him, because he's delusional, he has no clue what he's talking about, and the stuff he says, it's just bullshit. Because according to a source, the DNC could vote to oust David Hogg sometime next month. And the reasoning is because of, and I quote, fairness and gender diversity rules. Not because he's doing a crappy job, though I think some are getting sick of him. No, it's because of diversity. The one white guy of the DNC vice chairs, they may get rid of him. Because, oh, diversity. Huh? This is the Democrat Party. They're not trying to get rid of him for breaking the rules, for trying to primary half the party. No. They want David Hogg gone because of diversity. And there's a good chance that he could actually be ousted. Which, if that happens, the Democrat Party would be such a disaster. That would be glorious to watch. Because there's a bunch of Democrats who love David Hogg now. They really think he's the greatest Democrat ever. He's going to lead us to victory. He's going to primary out half the party. That's what they really believe. But if he goes, that's just going to piss off the radical base even more, because they're going to really think, oh my goodness, the Democrat Party got taken over by MAGA. We got to stop this. That's what people believe. They really believe that any Democrat that's opposed to what David Hogg is doing is secretly working with Trump. No, because the average Democrat that goes against Hogg, they're doing it because they're realizing, oh shit, this is insane. What he's trying to do, trying to take on half the party when they're all partisan Dems? What are we trying to accomplish here? But this party is so far gone that they may actually try to get rid of Hogg, not because he sucks, not because he's hurting the party, but because of diversity. And you wonder why they're in trouble for 2026. I mean, guys, earlier today, the Republican Party had a brand new poll, and I know it's a GOP poll. It can be misleading, but they conducted a poll of just the swing seats, okay, in the House. And again, these swing districts, they might have voted for Trump back in 2024, but these same seats, they were more Democrat down ballot by like 2 to 3 points. Well, according to this poll, which is not perfect, it has Trump underwater, all right? On the issue of immigration, it's like plus 13, which should tell you everything. But the Democrat image right now is 25% favorable and 72% unfavorable. Yeah. Right now, the Democrats have a negative 47 favorability rating in the swing seats. Look at the generic ballot. It's only D+1. And a reminder that these seats probably in 2024, they probably were like D+1. Because down ballot, Democrats did better than Trump. So it was probably closer to D+1, D+2, somewhere in that range. So you could argue, despite Trump's approval going down, Republicans are actually doing better in the swing seats. Stuff like, on the question of who cares about people like me, Republicans and Democrats are tied. This was an issue for decades that was like D plus 20. But now the Democrat Party is so insane that their image is negative 50. Even the generic ballot polling is not swinging that much. Even the public ones are showing like no shift. And right now, issues that they've won for decades is 50-50. And this is why I'm saying, while it's Democrats are probably going to take back the House in 2026, Democrats are not a guarantee to win it. I mean, these numbers are pathetic. And now you have to factor in, oh yeah, Democrats are going to spend God knows how much money just in the primaries. Which, a reminder that Act Blue is falling apart, their fundraising apparatus is gone, they're raising no money, no one likes them, so you're probably talking about $100 million, if not way more, just on primaries. And that's not including the Senate. I mean, look at Minnesota, look at Michigan. These primaries are looking like disasters for Dems. So, I have no clue what Democrats are trying to accomplish. I don't know what they can do. I mean, they should have never hired David Hogg. I still don't get why. I mean, now they want to get rid of him because of diversity, which is just, this party's learned nothing. They don't want to get rid of him because he sucks, but because of diversity? He was elected 3 months ago, but now it's not diverse enough? What? How? The Democrat Party is a joke. They have no clue what they're doing. Their numbers are getting worse by the day. And this civil war is escalating. And it's going to get real bad. Like, I really believe it's going to get ugly quick. And if they get rid of David Hogg, holy crap, a lot of Democrats are going to flip their shit. They're going to really believe that the DNC was taken over by Trump and it's all over. Which helps Republicans. I mean, this whole situation, the more chaos Democrats have, the better it is for the GOP. That's a fact. They have no money, their popularity is down the toilet, and they're having a constant state of infighting. Every day, it's more infighting, the civil war is escalating, they're attacking each other more and more. It's just a disaster. There's no other way to put it other than a complete disaster. Now, I guess it is possible that maybe David Hogg could maybe back down. Maybe he realizes, oh, wait, if I do this, I'm committing political suicide, and I'm going to destroy the party for 2026 if I go ahead with this. But even then, it doesn't sound like he's going to back down. And in fact, when Ken Martin all but said that they're going to try to change the rules to prevent officials from getting involved in primaries, David Hogg said, they're trying to change the rules because I'm not currently breaking them. As we're seeing law firms, tech companies, and so many others bowing to President Trump, we all must use whatever position of power we have to fight back. And that's exactly what I'm doing. What the hell is he talking about? This is the vice chair of the Democrat Party. He really believes that there's a grand conspiracy with all the companies in the world, like all the big tech companies, all the law firms. They're all secretly working with Trump in a grand conspiracy, and he's trying to stop that. What? What are you even talking about? This moment requires us to have the strongest opposition party possible to stop Trump from destroying people's retirement savings, disappearing people, plunging our economy into the oblivion, and to provide a real alternative to the GOP for voters that we simply do not have right now. This guy's nuts. Listen, I knew David Hogg was always delusional, but this is crazy. Destroying people's retirements? What? What are you talking about? The stock market, yeah, went down, but in recent weeks it started to rebound. And making people disappear? What? He's deporting people. He is deporting people, but now that's making people disappear into the oblivion. This is insane. And provide a real alternative. You know how you provide a real alternative to the GOP? Not be insane. Guys, there's a reason you're at like a 25% favorability rating. It's because no one likes you. No one likes what you're doing. No one likes what you stand for. The Democrat Party in 2025, they are on the wrong side of every issue. Like Scott Jennings on CNN said, the Democrat Party keeps taking up fights on 80-20 issues, and they keep backing the 20% of Americans every time. And Trump, meanwhile, he's getting backed by 80% of America. But that's the Democrat Party. They're so delusional, they're so deranged that they are committing political suicide despite the Orange Man. I mean, this is just nuts. Like, I did not even read this part. I didn't even realize he said this. It's insane. It is utter insanity that this is the Democrat Party of 2025. But anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share it to friends, and of course, join the channel today. Godspeed to all of you.